what up everybody, I'm Anime Junkie. Welcome to part 6 to What If Deku Had a Leveling System. And now, let's get to the intro.
Late nights messing up my sleep, so I'm flustered. Taking out aggression with my pen because I trust it. Writing, trying to get myself a lamb color cuss for the game. Leave him hanging by his chain. Click bang, feeling rage, feeling fire in my brain, feeling sane. And the story feeling flames will be fun to my brain. Bringing more, please still, no glory.
Okay guys, welcome to your favorite series on this channel, and now let's get to the story. Okay, before we actually get to the story, make sure to hit that like button. It actually does help the channel out. It actually does something with the YouTube algorithm and something, and it does help my channel out, and YouTube basically recommends my videos a lot because of the likes. So make sure to hit that like button, and make sure to go to Discord because it's pretty dead right now, and I'll be there after this video. So whenever it's uploaded, I'll probably be at Discord, so you guys can answer or ask any question. I'll answer them if it's appropriate. Anyways, so let's get to the story. Okay guys, so we're actually at the sports festival. Let's just get to the beginning of the first obstacle race. Let's get to it. So Deku is basically in front of the line. He's in the gate, or in between the gate, and basically he's getting ready to summon his Nomu. Not the Nomu, because Nomu's not the fastest one in this well, in his collection. He is one of the fastest, but just for the story, I'll say Igris is the fastest one, but Igris is too small and thin to actually carry Deku and actually look kind of cool. So he's gonna bring out the Nomu, because having the Nomu on his side is just like having All Might on his side as his puppet. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna summon him. He creates a shadow portal underneath him, and the Nomu basically pops out of this shadow portal, and then everybody's like, whoa, where'd this big guy come from? And he's like, this is my shadow creature, say hi. And the Nomu basically says hi, and then President Mike basically says 3, 2, 1, go. Nomu basically zooms past. There's an airwave, or like a shock wave, basically blowing everyone behind the Nomu like he farted or something, but they're all blown back, and some of them even go outside of the tunnel because of the sheer force or the sheer wind he created just from moving. So the Nomu's basically running past the robots. The middle robot actually got in his way, so he basically jumps and basically kicks the robot in the face and creates a hole or an opening, and basically jumps through that hole and goes past the robots. Todoroki doesn't even react and create his ice, and Deku's already destroyed the first robot in the middle with his Nomu, by the way. He doesn't do that, and he's like, should I go easy on them and kill the robots by myself? Wait, if I do kill the robots, it'll fall on everyone. Of course I'll do it. He basically gets out his night or armor cutter, night destroyer or night killer blade, and he also gets the blade from the poison serpent that he got on his first dimensional or gateway. So he basically throws them at the other two robots and basically does Dominator's hand on both of them, and they go accelerating through the I was gonna say Nomu again. What am I saying, dude? The two robots' heads, and basically the robots fall on everyone. Only Kirishima, they don't die. It doesn't fall on everyone. Some people do get protected because of Class 1A and Class 1B, and some of the students that did get underneath, it's only Kirishima and Tetsu. Those are the only ones who basically get crushed underneath them and they survive. So let's move on to the next obstacle. Deku's already at the next obstacle with the Nomu. He jumps, he goes all over to the next obstacle after that, and he jumps over that one and he gets over it again. By this time, Todoroki just made it to the first obstacle, where the first obstacle was the robots, but the second obstacle, the holes in the ground, I forgot, Grand Canyon or something, like the canyon obstacle. And Deku, by this time, he's already at the entrance gate, and he's basically walking in there normally, and he's just like, this is I don't really need to basically go any further, so I'm just gonna walk. And some of the teachers that were actually in the USJ attack, they actually noticed that the Nomu is there, and it's like, what? Where'd that Nomu come from? It's like, oh wait, that's Deku's creation or something. And Todoroki and all the other students in Class 1A who did experience the wrath of the Nomu, well, that should be a movie or something. The Wrath of the Nomu. we should create a trailer or something. But anyways, so anyone in class 1A that experienced the Nomu, they were like, what? Where'd the Nomu come from? Did the villains attack again? What's going on? And Shigaraki from the television is also seeing the Nomu. He's like, damn, he took my Nomu. He took my Nomu. I can't really scream right now because my dad's talking on the phone in the background, so sorry. So Deku comes first place in the obstacle race, and he also gets first place in the never mind, I was gonna give you spoilers. Anyways, let's move on. He gets 10 million points as in the cavalry battle, and he basically doesn't really need anyone because Uraraka's about to basically ask him to be on his team, but then 3 shadows appear around Deku, and no, 4 shadows, and in front of Deku the Nomu appears, and he's basically there to basically attack anyone in the front and take damage because he has regeneration abilities. I mean, he's a shadow, he has regeneration abilities. And then right on the right we have Igris, and then to the left we have Tank, and then in the back we have, let's see who's there in the back. Who should be in the back? Let's say a random soldier, that's all. And that is Deku's team, and everybody's surprised, like, whoa, he's like, he truly is the one-man army hero. Cool, I wish I had his quirk, but I need to get that 10 million headband. And everybody basically just looks at Deku's team, and then Igris and Nomu and everybody basically growl at everyone, and then everybody's like, whoa, they're kind of scary and intimidating, so let's just stay away from that guy. Oh, and guys, if you have seen Solo Leveling chapter 58, not 58, 85, like the video because it was amazing. I can't wait for 86 because that's when he's going to be fighting the Demon Lord or Demon King. So I can't wait for it, and imagine the Demon King being actually his servant. So it's probably going to be, it's not going to be likely because if the Demon King's stronger than him, he probably won't be able to control him and make him his servant. But if he does level up a lot in that fight, he might be able to be the next servant of the guy or Solo Leveling guy. I don't know what his name is. I do know what his name is. Can't really pronounce it because it's in a different language. And yeah, I'll just call him Sung. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, let's move on. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It is amazing, and I can't wait for the next chapter. It was so amazing. Anyways, let's go. So in the cavalry battle, Deku doesn't really do anything. They stay out of the way, stay out of the battle, trying to hide around, move around, nobody catching up to them because their speed is out of this world. So basically combining All Might speed right now at his max, and then Igris' speed, and then a normal soldier speed, and Titan's or Tank's, no, that's not what his name is, Iron's speed. So their speed is really amazing, and they're pretty fast. So they're basically dodging everybody, staying out of the way, and eventually timer runs out. They become number 1. Deku's team number 1. The shadows disappear. Then Deku basically gets his name on the leaderboard. And then it says 100 million points. Not 100 million points, 10 million points. And let's move on to the one-on-one battle. This is the best battle because this time people are not just versing one really strong person who has really amazing physical strength, speed, and dodging and intelligence, or maybe a little magic in there too, and also some special skills like telekinesis and stuff like that, like the Dominator's hand. And they're not just versing someone that has only one body. He has an entire army. So it's basically one versus an entire army full of mages, long-range archers, wizards, monsters, animals, berserks, tree slicers. I don't know where I'm going with this, but entire army full of people, and it's just really unfair, and he can use it because that's his quirk. I mean, duh. Anyways, let's move on. Sensho versus Deku. Let's move on to that fight. Sensho tries to basically brainwash him. His shadows basically come out of there and basically knock his head up, and basically he knocks out of it. And then he's like, whoa, what happened? And he's like, oh, that's his quirk, damn it. And then he's like, whatever. He activates this, and his shadow basically expands to the limit of the arena, and a whole bunch of army is appearing there. Deku's like at the back, and the army just appears in front of him. Everybody's looking at awe. He's like, whoa, is that in Shadow Army? And it's like, Shincho's like, they can't talk, right? I'm done for. Anyways, bye. And he walks out because he knows he can't defeat this kid. He knows he can't defeat an army with his quirk, even if they can't speak. I mean, they can't even speak, so how are they gonna answer his questions? So yeah, he's basically done for. Anyways, let's move on to the next fight. Todoroki versus Deku. Deku is basically destroying everyone. Todoroki activates his ice abilities. Tank basically goes in there, runs in there, destroys it, holds it off, and basically goes there in full speed, attacking Todoroki a lot, keeping him inside of the battlefield and trying not to knock him out because they want him to basically fight back. And then Deku also wants all the other commanders to teach him that his fire side, he needs to use it or he will be destroyed. And not only that, Deku can actually utilize shadows. He can create things with shadows like a sword. Well, he doesn't really need to create it. He can just borrow Igris' sword. He can create like vines to basically, or chains to hold down people. And basically shadow control is basically his quirk because he's a shadow lord. So yeah. So Deku eventually convinces Todoroki to use his fire side, and then he attacks with both ice and fire, basically almost defeating everyone. Or Deku's basically protected by Tank because he's a big dude. Not a big dude, but he is a big animal or a polar bear, some kind of really strong polar bear, because he was like deformed, mutated, and way too much or way too strong for a regular polar bear and way too large for a regular polar bear. So he basically protects Deku with that attack. He basically gets hurt, dies, regenerates again. All the other ones that were killed, like Igris, Tank, Iron, everyone else who were killed, just regenerates again, and Todoroki's just left there with burns on his other side and basically frostbite on his other side, and he's just there exhausted because he let down in a huge attack. And Deku's just there relaxing. He's like, I am tired a little bit because of that attack. I had to use some of my magic power to regenerate my army, but it's cool. I have a lot of magic power and I can create a lot of people anyways, and they have regeneration abilities. Who cares? And they're just left like, whoa, that didn't even do anything to them? This guy's strong. And then Igris basically appears in front of Todoroki, knocks him out, and throws him out of the ring, and he says, good job, young man. And that's not his voice. I know that sounds like an old man's voice. He's like, good job. And he sounds like a knight who's been training underneath like a king or something, or protecting him. He sounds like that. So imagine that, and that's his voice. So the last fight is Bakugo versus Deku. You already know what the outcome is. Deku defeats him like a G. I mean like a dude. That doesn't even start with a G. Anyways, let's move on. He basically defeats him really badly. Igris basically picks him up, throws him off, and he's like, good job. And then we move on, and All Might gives him the medals, gives Bakugo the medal, and he also gives Todoroki the medal, and then that is it. Let's move on. Not move on. This is the end of the video. Anyways, make sure to like, subscribe, because likes are important. Subscribe is also important, and the bell icon for you guys, because it doesn't really help me at all, but it does help you to notify you when my videos are up. Anyways, so last thing I need to tell you guys, the Stain arc and the internship arc is gonna be in the next part, if you didn't know. So yeah, I'll be covering that next part, and I'll basically, I want to ask, which intern or which agency should he go to? I have no idea. Endeavor's agency, maybe. He doesn't really need to go to Gran Torino's because he doesn't have One for All for that reason, or he's just too overpowered and he doesn't really need One for All. He doesn't want to go to Night Eye's agency because he's not that much of a fan of All Might. Maybe he is, yeah, he is, but his personality doesn't really want to show him that he's a fan of All Might. And yeah, he's probably not gonna go to Night Eye's agency. Think of something like I know, Edgeshot agency, because he's kind of like a stealthy ninja and wants to like take care of things without showing off too much like All Might. So Edgeshot is like the perfect person for him because he's like a ninja. He wants to take care of things immediately without letting any openings out or any mistakes. So I think Edgeshot I should give him a good trial in this What If series. So what do you guys think? Edgeshot, Endeavor, Gran Torino for no reason. I don't think Gran Torino is out of the window. So let's take him out. Night Eye, if some miracle happens. All Might's agency is too far, no way. And yeah, that's basically all the other agencies that I can give you guys. Anyways, choose from these 4 or 5 agencies and tell me down in the comments below. And I'll see you later. Anime Junkie out.